Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Kerwana D, your number one wealth creator, showing entrepreneurs how to actually create generational wealth with your business. So I wanted to put this together, this uncommon services that most people don't even kind of think about, or maybe you're struggling in your business and you sell these services. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to bring it to you live. And of course, you guys know me. I'm going to also break it down. Many of you are teaching other businesses how to start businesses, or teaching other people how to start businesses, or helping businesses develop and develop and grow, or access funding or capital and all those different things, right? So if you're a business consultant, business coach, yeah, there are definitely contracting opportunities for you as a business consultant. So just think about it. SBA, PTAC, SCORE, all of those, like your city may have a small business development center, right? And those consultants that are there, most of the time, more times than none, they are hired contractors who have government contracts to actually sit there on an hourly basis and teach each other and teach each consultant, or teach each client that comes in for business startup help, business development, business growth strategies, right? So that's a contract. Yes, you didn't know, but now you know. All right. Trainings, right? Trainings in general, right? So these are contracting opportunities for you to teach diversity and inclusion training, personal growth and development training, mindset training. There's training on, ethical training. There's trainings on like how to use PowerPoints. There's training contracting opportunities on how to actually use technology. And I'm pretty sure there's definitely going to be some trainings on how to use AI. Yeah, because it's here now, right? So the Terminator, the day of the Terminator is really here. So Skynet, I think it's called Skynet, is really here. This is the beginning, right? It'll be scary to see what's going to happen 100 years from now. We're not going to be here, but Skynet is here, right? So they want to know how to get in front of this. How do you actually use this in a way to make things more easier, to make the workday more easier, or to have the AI take over and do certain aspects of the business operations or whatever, right? And so so if you're really good at using AI, maybe you can get a contract teaching agency employees on how to actually incorporate and integrate AI into their business model, right? So definitely going to be opportunities for that. So trainings, fitness consulting. So for all of those health coaches out there who are teaching people how to get fit, how to lose weight, how to train to get healthy, how to get strong, and how to eat right, all of those different areas of fitness and health, there are contracting opportunities. Just think about it. When people are in what do you call it, like getting recruited for like the Army, the Navy, the military, and so on and so forth, right? They go through health and fitness training. They have to become fit. They have to learn how to eat right. They have to go through strengthening classes and all those different things. And so if you're a health coach, absolutely, there are opportunities. I've seen opportunities. In fact, for the Department of Navy last year, I saw a whole new contract about fitness and training, right? That was out there. So there's opportunities for you if you are in that particular space, right? So, and I know that a lot of times these things, like, most people who are like thinking about coming into government contracting are either in that I've seen trucking, or maybe I'm trying to think of some common things, maybe communication, maybe photography. So these things that I'm listing out are like the most uncommon services that you actually didn't know you probably can get a government contract for. So if your list, if your service falls on this list, this is going to be a news opener or eye opener for you, that you can actually get government contracts for what you do. So number 10, and I was shocked, like it was probably last year sometime, where a contracting opportunity came across my desk that I was going to bid on it, but it was just like, because of the timing and I was getting ready to travel, I didn't really have time to put together a bid for it, but I actually sent it to someone else who actually landed the contract. And it was for public speaking. So motivational speakers, yes, transformational speakers, public speakers. Like, it was actually a contract to actually speak with women in prison before they made the transition back into regular life, right? And so you just went in there to motivate the women. And this one right here, one of the minimum qualifications was that you had to have been an ex-felon or ex-prisoner yourself in order to get the contract. So, which means that whoever asked me the question about can you outsource? Now, that would have been a perfect opportunity to help someone who's been an ex-felon to get the contract and you can be the speaker, right? Or vice versa. Maybe you're the ex-felon and you got the contract, but you hired someone else to do the speaking, right? So there's no way that you cannot like maneuver or manipulate like how you can actually deliver on these particular opportunities. There's no limit, right? So the only limitations that we have are the limitations that we place on ourselves. And so just know that if there's a will, there's a way, right? So always think if there's a will, there is definitely a way. So I have a question right here. I'm going to pop it up by TJ Martin. I'm off topic, but do I have to create a new business to get contracts to sell water, paper, pens, etc. if I have a trucking company? Absolutely not. So that's a really great question. So when it comes to like the federal government, you can sell pretty much anything to the government, right? So all you have to do is basically when you get federally certified as a total set aside small business or whatever type of boxes you can check for your socioeconomic disadvantages, there's no limit to what services you can sell. Like you can sell pens and paper if you're in trucking. You just have to add that you provide products like pens and papers or office supplies. You just have to add that to your particular like your profile in sam.gov on the federal side. So you just have to add that to your particular profile so you can sell it. So here's the thing. If you sell it, which means that you got to take a step back and ask yourself, can I buy it? So you have to have capital, right? And so this is the reason why I teach a whole business model of leveraging other people's money, leveraging credit cards, leveraging finances and like funding and opportunities. Because if you don't have the money to buy that stuff, there's no way you can buy it and to sell it, right? So you have to build business credit, get vendor accounts. You have to have a strategy of how you're going to break into that industry. Not saying you don't have money, but for those who are listening that don't have money in the first place, it's like, can I get a government contract? Yes, you can. But some of these things, if you're product based, you have to have money. Yes, you can. You cannot do business with the government if you have no money. So, but you can do business with the government if you have no money. On the other hand, if you're a service-based business, because guess what? Service-based business, all you're doing is providing a service. So there's no overhead, or your overhead is very, very minimal. So you have to, read in between the lines and like think about like what is going to be my strategy. Can I start off with service, and then now that I've gained some capital, expand into like products now that I have more money to spend on products. So anyways, next is professional development. Yes. So if you have a training on professional development, or if you know how to help people become more better of who they are, like, I mean, all day, professional development trainings, professional development, consulting, all those different ways you can actually land a contract if that is your particular space. So software training, right? So I talk about software. It could be Word, Microsoft trainings. It could be like how to create websites on I forget the name of that software, but it's like an open source software, right? So how to actually put together PowerPoints. In fact, one of my clients, so it's been like 2 years now. The first contract that she landed was just training people in the agency how to actually put together PowerPoints, right? So there's definitely contracting opportunities for software trainings, how to use X and Y and Z type of softwares, right? So there's all different kind of softwares that they need to be trained on, right?